All right, all right. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. We made it another day. Well, to another day, I should say. I hope everyone is doing well and is having a good weekend. So far, I'm having a good weekend. Everything is good. It's a beautiful day here in California. Not too cold and obviously not too hot yet. It's perfect temperature, especially for me. I run on the warmer side. Hey, we got RPM Nitro in the house. My friend, happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well today and also having a good weekend. So we're back. Take 2 on the 461 inspection and teardown for cleaning. We're actually going to get through it this time. Not going to be here too long. I know I always say that, but I do got some plans for today. I'm going to go hang out with my gal out in Napa. That's where she lives for the weekend. Leaving today around 2:30, and then I'll be back tomorrow in the evening time, and then back in the shop on Monday. So we got Liam plays with chainsaws. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, my friend. So right now she's hustling her second job. So she works for a insurance company Monday through Friday as a 9 to 5. They insure freight cargo. So from like Home Depot, Lowe's, big box stores. So her company insures, well, it's not her company, but the company that she works for, they insure freight. So, and it's a big company too. So she does that 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and then she's also a hairdresser on the side. She had her own salon for about 10 years, kind of right out of high school, and then it just kind of slowed down during COVID. A lot of things did, and it just wasn't very realistic at that time. So that's when she decided to get a different job, but she still loves hairdressing, and so that's why she hustles that on the side. So sometimes her clients will call her during the week, and sometimes after work she'll go into the salon for a little bit, and then typically Saturdays, that's her more full days. So that's where she's at right now. She's a hustler, man. I love that about her. I think that's one of the reasons why we get along so well. We're hustlers. And that's how it should be, man. That's how we should. I mean, I think at least. So, anyhow. So that's what the plan is for today. Hey, we got Double O in the house. We got Colin in the house. Happy Saturday to you guys. Welcome, welcome. My boy Colin says, looking fresh today, my G. Colin, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Liam plays with chainsaws, or Liam, I'm just gonna say Liam just to keep it short. You guys already know I get my words all twisted and shite sometimes, and so Liam says, "You lucky ducky, you lucky duck, you got a girlfriend." I definitely am very, very lucky to have met her, and very lucky for her to have given me the opportunity to come into her life, and she puts up with all the bull crap sometimes. Your boy isn't. I mean, I'm cool and all, but I mean, you guys already know your boy has his moments, and you know what? But long story short, yes, I am very lucky to have her in my life, and that she supports me in everything that I do, except for the drinking habit that I'm currently working through, which, you know, that's a really good thing that, you know, obviously she's not supportive of that. And so anyhow, yes, very lucky, very lucky. And we got 00. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm just kind of putting some stuff away, making room for all these parts that we're gonna take off the 461. Got a little coffee going. Liam already knows, but Liam, this is the same cup of coffee that I've been working on since we were talking this morning on Instagram. Where am I going to put this? So this one, we're not going to do any cleaning today, but what we're going to do is just going to go through it, check out a couple little things. I already know what the cylinder sleeve and piston look like. It's perfect. It might have like a couple little faint little like striations starting to happen, but as you guys saw, I mean, it's got plenty of compression, runs super healthy as a 461 can get. So basically just going to check out a couple things like the clutch and the carburetor, the metering diaphragm, just see the condition of it. Although it's still good because the saw runs and starts up like it should, and good throttle response, but we're going to just check it anyways. And then the main thing is just to tear it down and get it prepped for cleaning. So since I'll be heading out soon, well, not soon, in like a couple hours or so, and then I'll be back super late on Sunday, the cleaning will take place on Monday. But I just want to get it all prepped and ready, so that way when I get back, it's just a matter of go time. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, I apologize for that little interruption there. I was getting a phone call. Excuse me, I was getting a phone call. That's why I went muted. And also, too, we shouldn't have too many connection disruptions because I'm not running on Wi-Fi. I'm running on the quote-unquote good phone, not running on Wi-Fi. So just running off of my data plan. So we should be a little more smooth sailing today. And it seems like so far so good. So let me go ahead and bring the saw in. I think I'm good now. I think. But let's see. RPM Nitro says, and I apologize, I'm missing some of these comments already. 461 sounds awesome. Thanks, man. No, it's definitely a healthy 461. 00 says, what coffee you like? We just do Folgers here at the house. It's a medium roast, and I add a little hazelnut coffee mate creamer, and that's pretty much it. But sometimes I'll go get a coffee at Starbucks or get a drink at Starbucks, and I like a chai latte iced with, depending on the day, 2 to 3 espresso shots. Usually I just do 2, but last weekend my lady and I were running around, and I was feeling like a 3-shot type of day, but that's it. But I don't really go out and get coffee too much from coffee shops. We make our own here. So okay, let's grab that saw. All right, there she is. So this is a 461R. The R just means that it's got a full wrap. full wrap handle opposed to the quarter wrap. And I know most of you already know the deal with this saw, but for those that don't, this is my personal saw that I just got this week. So I'm really excited about it. And then for those that didn't find out or know, these are the Pro Safety dogs, the 4-point dogs, and I like them a lot, and I'm going to keep them. And I haven't obviously cut with this saw yet, but I really like the design of them. They seem very, obviously they're metal and I'm guessing they're steel or whatever they use, but they seem very durable. They seem strong. No, I don't know. I actually do like them a little better than the West Coast dogs. The West Coast dogs are good, but they do tend to have a couple little weak points sometimes. But these look pretty good. Plus, I really like the outer dogs. They have little hole cut out. They're cool. So, anyhow. So Liam's asking, where did you get the chainsaw, from eBay or Marketplace? So I found this one on Marketplace from a guy who, well, at least that's what his Facebook says, lives out in Woodland, and he just happened to be out here. And I was like, hey, are you from the area? And he's like, yeah, I'm actually down the street, or like not down the street, but just in the next town over. And I'm like, all right. And then the wheeling and dealing started happening. So Double O says video quality is good for your phone. Yeah, I mean, when I have good connection, it's decent. It's good. This phone that I use for phone calls, text, it has the whole data and everything. It's not just the Wi-Fi. It's a iPhone 13 Pro, and then the one that I normally try to use and that I've used every other time is a 13, just a 13. But the 13 just runs off of Wi-Fi. It can run off of data. I just have to swap out the SIM from this phone and over to that. But this one I like to try to keep free, just so that way if a customer needs to get a hold of me or just anything, I can take calls and texts and all that good stuff. But lately the Wi-Fi, you guys already know, and I apologize, the Wi-Fi has been horrible. So, and we just got a new router and everything. But anyhow, so my personal 461, bought it this week for a total of $550, and that's between cash and trade. And I think I definitely came up on this one. So just gonna check out a couple little things and tear it down for cleaning, so that way on Monday, instead of having to tear it down and then get into the cleaning, we can get straight into the cleaning. And it's already a really nice looking saw, but I think after a good old cleaning, I think it's going to look even better. So okay, so that's inside the air filter cover. All right. I like these air filters, the HD2s. I like them a lot. Normally I would say, oh, Max Flow air filter, but you know what? I really don't care for the Max Flow air filters for the 461s, only because of the air filter cover. I don't like them. They're just, I don't know. A lot of the times they don't fit right, and they just, or maybe the ones that I've seen were kind of damaged a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. These are just fine. These are fine. RPM Nitro says, what's your saw's name? She needs one. Mad Max sounds good. You know, I kind of like that too. So for my 500i, I called it Wild Thing, you know, and and then obviously we got Big Bertha. That's my 661. It's an M-tronic. So I think, you know what? I think we're gonna go with Mad Max. I think that's a good one, you know, or we can call it Mad Dave. No, we don't want to do all that. No, I think Mad Max. RPM, we're going to go ahead and adopt that name, Mad Max. So this is now Mad Max. Especially after we clean it up and start doing a couple little things. It's definitely going to get, it might even become Angry Max. I don't know. So let's go ahead and just get some work done here. Because I will be honest, I feel like my live streams lately have just been kind of, I mean, they're great because you guys are popping in and saying hello, but I just feel the flow has been a little off. Which I guess it happens, you know, it's life. All right, little deflector kind of thing. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get the spark plug out of here. So what's going on? What's going on with you guys today? Any special plans? Working, ripping chainsaws, ripping RC cars? What is the plan today? What is the plan, Stan? It's a beautiful day here. I don't know. Hopefully you guys have some nice weather out there today, wherever you guys are. Yeah, we'll definitely throw a new spark plug in here. Hold on, this one works just fine, but it's pretty dark. Good old BPMR 7A, which I have a brand new one for it right here. And actually, I need to get those spark plugs out of my duffel bag because this last weekend, I'm actually going to put the spark plug back in just so that way nothing gets into the cylinder. Just had to take it off to get the shroud off. I just picked up a couple of new spark plugs, or a couple of CMR 6Hs for top handles, and then a couple BPMR 7As. I went to go check out a shop in Napa where my girlfriend lives, and it's called Napa Power Equipment. And hey, we got JP in the house. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Happy Saturday to you and the fam. Hope you all are doing well. Guys, poor ground pounder, man. He's going freaking nuts. He is going nuts. Ask him about how he feels about winter and snow and ice. Don't ask him. Just don't even ask. Touchy subject. So looking at this a little bit better, I mean, I did notice it when he brought the saw to show it to me, but, you know, the cylinder was starting to get a little toasty. But they were just ripping the shites out of this saw. A lot of fine dust. So at one point it was running a dull chain. But the cylinder is good. Ground pounder says, I love it. It's the best ever. And I know that ain't sarcasm. We know he does. Which, guys, go show the man some love if you guys care to or want to. The live streams are always a good time. You never know. It's kind of like here. You never know what you're going to get. But it's always a good time. Always a good laugh. it's another live stream where, you know, we just say it how it is, and that's just it. But the man is a solid dude, and so if you want to catch some more live streams and whatnot, maybe check them out if you'd like. I don't know what you like. What are these? Oh, these are from the 261, so I don't want to get these mixed up. So let me put these in here. Liam says, I just thought about something. If you replace a cylinder and piston, aren't you replacing the entire chainsaw? Not really. I mean, the entire chainsaw would be like crankcase, handle housing, like the entire thing. I mean, you're just replacing the entire top end. And it's still not the entire engine assembly, because then you still have your crankshaft and everything else, connecting rod. So, but kind of, that's how some people look at it, like, oh, that's the whole freaking saw. Well, it's the whole freaking top end. RPM Nitro says she needs some purple power. Yeah, I mean, the cylinder maybe could get hit with some purple power, but you know, the thing is, for the cleaning, I go out and just brush it and pick off the grime. So you guys, most of you already know the cleaning process. So I just use a small little wire brush, a specific kind, and then a 45-degree angle pick tool, air compressor, just to get most of the grime off. And then all I do is just wipe it down with a crocodile cloth. These are great. They make different types of crocodile cloths, but these I like a lot. I mean, that's literally all I do. All I use for cleaning saws. You know, some clean up better than others. That's just because, you know, some of them are like on the newer side or just not too dirty. But even the ones that are like super, excuse me, super grimy and dirty, literally just a little wire brush, pick tool. Oh, and then a small little flathead just to get a little bit of extra scraping coverage. And then once I get most of what I can off, I just give it a wipe down with this. And then air compressing, that's the biggest thing. But I do use purple power to clean clutches, sprockets, chains, and then maybe every now and then cylinder heads, but not very often actually. But once that ultrasonic cleaner gets here, then, I mean, they make solutions specifically for ultrasonic cleaners, but from what I've found is that sometimes that solution affects the color, or does like something to the finish of certain things. Some people just use a really good degreaser cleaner, so like Zap or Purple Power. You can really use whatever you kind of want in an ultrasonic cleaner. The only real purpose of the ultrasonic cleaner is it has a heating element, it has a timer, and then it has the whole vibration mechanism. And then with the solution, so it breaks everything down. With the heat, it breaks everything down, and then the vibration just breaks everything down and whatnot. But so there's our air filter base. Yeah, this saw is going to clean up well. I mean, look at that. It's nice, man. Nice. I'm actually surprised inside the carburetor box is not filthy. So they must not have used this saw too much, but when they did, they definitely put it to use, because the cylinder head is looking a little toasty. They're running a dull chain at one point, but this saw is really nice. Inside the flywheel side is really nice. I mean, there's not a whole lot of, I mean, there's some grime buildup, but I mean, to say this was a heavily used saw, no, I don't think so. And I really don't think they were cleaning it. I don't think. So it's gonna clean up nice. It's gonna look really good. It's just some cosmetic stuff, you know, like little scratches here and there on the handle and obviously the plastics, but that's really no big deal. All right, later, ground pounder. Much love to you, man. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch one of your lives soon this weekend. We'll see. I've been getting lucky. So, because, man, you know, I don't feel like there should be a, I don't know, there's, you know, you should have like a consistent schedule on live streams, but really, I mean, do them whenever you feel. But, you know, so what I'm getting at is it's always tricky to catch ground pounders live streams because you never know when he's going to do them. But that's also kind of the fun part. You know, you're scrolling through YouTube and then it's like, oh shit, ground pounders on live. And then you know, like yesterday I went out for my walk and I just happened to scroll or open up YouTube and the man was going live, and so it was nice. You know, I was walking, watching his live, talking. Aaron popped in and said hello, talking about stuff, and just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So that was really nice to see everybody on live. And even though we're not seeing necessarily like face to face, but you know, it's cool to catch everybody on live streams. It's like when you go into others, you know, yeah, when you, like for me going into other live streams and then, you know, I say, hey, what's up to everybody, and then everyone's like, yo, what up, preferred? Like that's I don't know, that's pretty cool, I think. So like some of you guys, you know, I'll catch you guys on other channels live streams, and that's really freaking cool. You know, that it's just, you know, it really just kind of ties down to it's a small world. You know, even in social media, everyone thinks, oh my God, social media is a big place, and it is, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of on the smaller side, so that's pretty cool. Double O says, yeah, always freaking bar oil everywhere. Air compressor and wipes is the way. Yeah, the crocodile wipes, I mean, it's essentially like a degreaser cleaner, but in cloth form. It's just great. And they almost kind of smell good, too. They don't smell, like, super chemical, and they just smell good, and it just really gives it a nice shine. The texture, I don't think I have any here right now. The texture of them, I really like because it really, I feel like, helps pick up the dirt and grime. It doesn't just smear it around. It actually like lifts it off of whatever surface you're wiping. I really like them a lot. Plus, I feel like the folks over at Crocodile, they're really good, and they're really about their customers. Just because, you know, they show love back, and you know, I talk to them not all the time, like not every day, but you know, often, and it's just like, yeah, they make me feel, as a consumer, as a customer, they make me feel appreciated. So I've even seen people wiping their dogs off with these things. I mean, hey, I mean, they might be okay, but I don't know. Okay, so right now let's just go ahead and check out the sprocket, the clutch. Okay. Clip. Washer. Bum, bum, bum. This is a rim sprocket style sprocket. So most professional saws have this type of sprocket setup. So basically the whole point of a rim sprocket is to interswap, you know, pitches if you want. So you can go down to a 325 or you can go up to a 404. And so there's different. So this is a 8 tooth, I believe. 7. Oh shit, this is a 7 tooth. I thought it was an 8. Right on. So as long as it's a 7 tooth rim sprocket for the, what did we say it was? RPM? Clutch bell, right? I always refer to it as the drum. As long as it's the same tooth count, you can just interswap pitches like on the spot, which is nice. Nice sprocket. Not even dirty. No discoloration. This is going to clean up really nice as well. This one I will hit. It's not actually too bad. So this one will probably just get a wipe down with the crocodile cloth. Needle bearing. Basically all I look for is that there's no visible damage cosmetically, and I just make sure that all the rollers are not seized up and they're moving freely. But they seem to be okay. Definitely needs a little grease though. And so for the clutch, really what I'm looking for, I mean, I'm going to take it off anyways. So let's go ahead and... So the one thing I look for on the clutch is any discoloration, bluing, or just signs of overheating. And right off the bat, I can tell, just because it does have some blue going on and it's a little discolored and whatnot. I mean, obviously the cylinder is discolored, so they were running this thing, they were beating on it. But so I'm just making sure that it's not super crazy smoked out. But it does on the shoes. The shoes look, you know, they did get hot, really hot, because they're blue. The retainers are a little dark as well, but at this point it's not too severe. It's not too bad, but you know, I mean, I guess it happens sometimes, right? Especially running dull chains and whatever. But, and then the other thing that I look for is that the clutch springs aren't super loose. I know it's going to be kind of hard to tell, but I'll take it off. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take off the flywheel first. Because, well, we kind of saw what happened, or what can happen if you don't take off the flywheel. You have, you run the risk of damaging your flywheel key. Where did I put that bit? Oh man, he's losing it. Oh, is this it? No, I just put it down. Oh man, what's going on here, people? Oh, is this it right here? Why would I put it there? Okay. And I like 461s, 044s, 046s, anything that has the in-thread style flywheel. Because then it's easier to take off because you don't have to do the old hammer whack method, which I really want to start doing my best to get away from that. I mean, it works. The guy that I went to go, or the man's shop that I went to go look at in Napa Power Equipment, he kind of told me a little trick that he uses. So he leaves the nut on a little bit, and then he just hammers on the nut. But to me, I'm like, but wouldn't that still damage the threads because you're pushing the... So I don't know. But I think just a good old flywheel puller is good. Or just a really good tap. So this is the steel in-thread flywheel puller. It's a little two-piece deal here. So this screws into the flywheel first. The 461s also, or excuse me, the 661s also have a an in-thread style, but this one is a little too small for the 661 that has a different part number. And then this part goes down into the part that screws into the flywheel. But there's a couple things that I have to do first, like take off the muffler and then put a piston stop in there. She's good and tight. Yeah. We do like tight around here. Okay. Settle down, people. And sticker still in the saw. Good sign. Yeah. I mean, everything but the serial tag sticker. Everything is intact. Handguard stickers on. They're not faded. I mean, the plastics alone, they're still on the white side. Fuel tank is still looking good. I mean, yeah. So the excuse that he's said, or the reason why he wanted to sell this saw, and that's just what he said, because it doesn't fit in the back of his truck. But I think differently, but it doesn't matter. Especially for the price that he was selling it, I don't know. I think the man was just trying to make some money, which is cool. We like making money. Got to get a rubber hammer, or that too. Yeah. Double O says you can use a small plywood cutoff to remove flywheel or a mallet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find different methods, because sometimes the hammer and whack method, it could be, I don't know. I've ran into some situations before. All right, take off the muffler. These weren't in all the way, because this is where when I checked the cylinder, I took the muffler off, and then I looked inside from the spark plug. So exhaust casing is a little rusty, but that could just be from storage or sitting in the back of the truck. Okay, let's just go hand tool on this one. So this is the style of muffler that has, I consider it a non-hollow, like other. It has that little chute. I don't know what you would actually call that, but that's kind of what I refer to it as. And so the way people modify these mufflers, is they'll just take some sheet metal scissors and cut it out, and then kind of just open it up. Or some people will just cut it all the way off. That's probably the way that I would try to do it, just cut it all the way off. And then, all right, gasket and little heat shield. Whoa, settle down there. We got popcorn emojis. Yeah, so pretty rusty. So this thing was probably just not stored too well, or just moisture, early mornings. So it's a little rusty. It's all good. But another way you can modify it, that's how I did Manny's, is I just opened up the muffler here on the side, opened it up pretty good. And I actually cut off the little heat deflector here. And then after I did that, I was like, if it gets too hot, I mean, obviously that'll start affecting the crankcase and then the clutch cover, but so far it's been good. So, but I think for next time, if I do that, maybe I'll just leave it, because either way you're opening it up quite a bit, and then I opened it up on the inside as well, like where the spark arrestor goes. And then if you put an Egan or a bark box, you have more airflow coming in through the front. So that's why I feel like that's why the side here isn't too bad, because if you still have the original exhaust casing, well, nothing's going to be coming out through the bottom of the front. It's all just going to be coming out through here. So I think that's what kind of helped in that case. But I did tell him, I said, hey, look, if something starts to happen, if the crankcase starts to get hot or the clutch cover, just let me know, and I'll make you a new muffler. So you have to kind of, well, not kind of, you have to stand by your work and your products, and, you know, you got to look out for your customers. Alrighty. Now that I'm here again, let me just... So it does have, so yeah, I mean, it does have some little, like, light striations, but it's definitely not affecting performance at this point. It's not even, it's definitely not gouges. It's just like faint little, I mean, but obviously the cylinder did get toasty. So, I mean, even a good oil, even the best oil is only going to, you know, lubricate so much in high heat conditions. So you just got to be careful. Okay. Good old piston stop here and through the exhaust port. And I do need to move the phone a little bit, so I apologize for the movement. Just so I can get into the crescent wrenches here. Let me see. Double O is asking, has anyone tried to make a muffler less noisy, like put some kind of glass or steel wool inside? I don't know. That's actually a good question. I wouldn't put it past anybody. You never know. That's actually a good question. I wonder how that would work. It's kind of like the steel BR500 blowers, backpack blowers. They have a silencer in it, in the nozzle, in the tube nozzle, little foam silencer. Which the BR500 and the BR600 backpack blowers are essentially the same, except the 500 is less noisy, less power because of the silencer in the tube, but they're same engine size, and yeah. Okay. You don't have to crank down on this too much. The part that goes into the flywheel, you just need it to be secure. And then this piece, and then this little point is what pops the flywheel out of place. And this is the piece that you don't need to crank down on it. You just want it to be nice and, you know, snug. And then 11/16. Yeah, 11/16. And this is where, if you guys ever do this, or, you know, obviously you're watching it here and I'm telling you, but this is where it can get a little nerve-wracking or a little scary. Because when I did it for the first time, well, you'll see. that'll happen. And when that happened, I was like, oh, shiza. What the hell happened? That's normal. I thought the piston stop broke or something, but that's normal. It's just your flywheel coming off. Oh yeah, this thing's clean, man. I mean, it's dirty, but I mean, I see a lot of saws, and you know, so now it's like something like this. I'm like, it's just normal dirty. And then I'll see other saws. I'm like, that's dirty, but this is just like normal dirty to me, because it looks good. And then underneath the muffler, I mean, I feel like it's getting to the dirty kind of stage, but it's still pretty normal. Not horrible. I mean, it's a little thick, but that's a lot of fine dust. Okay. Go ahead and take this piston stop off or out. And the one that I use, it came in a kit when I bought the piston compression rings to help mount your cylinder head over your piston. This is the Pro Line one. A little on the cheaper side, I guess, but it works perfectly fine. There's also the Stens. There's a lot of people make these, and as long as they work, they work. And it came with a couple different piston stops and the little block there to hold your crankshaft in place, so that way when you're putting the cylinder on, the crankshaft doesn't rotate. Which I really don't use it. And then it comes with pretty much every size that you will ever need working on chainsaws, at least. Cool. Now we can go ahead and take the clutch off. Let me remove I really can't wait to have one day have a standing workbench. Because that was the one thing that it was kind of a little hard for me to get used to. Because when I worked at the power equipment shop, they don't work sitting down. Like, I was up on my feet all day, and it felt great because I lost a lot of weight. I'd be moving boxes, like inventory chainsaws, up to in the warehouse, and working on stuff standing up. The only time I would actually sit down is to sharpen chains, and it was nice, man. And now, it's just, I don't know. It's like when you're standing, you have more blood flow going. I feel like you're just moving more. I don't know, you know. So that's what I'm striving for one day. Liam says, what are the I'm sorry, Liam, I don't understand that question. I'm not sure. How much cc is this engine? So if I remember correctly, this is a 76 cc. So and then, like, compared to the 500i, I think the 500i is what, 80? No, 80 cc, 79 cc, I believe. And a lot of people think that the 462 is the new version of the 461, and it is not. These are two totally different saws. They're not. The 500i is kind of like what kind of took the place of the 461. And the 461 is kind of what came before the 500i, if I understand that correctly. But a lot of people think the 461 is the earlier version of the 462, and it's really not. It is not. Not. Dolo says, I saw a trick when you assemble new top end to put piston halfway inside the cylinder and attach the crankshaft that way. Yeah, you could do that too. The one trick I do use like one thing that I like to do is when I get ready to mount the cylinder head over the piston, I like to put a little oil, on the piston and then inside the cylinder sleeve just for a little extra protection and lubrication. We need to settle down. Man, what is going on over here? I'm like losing stuff. He's just thinking about going with his girlfriend. That's why he can't pay attention. That too. Liam says, you should know this. I should, especially because I'm a disgusting 500i fanboy and a Steel fanboy. But yeah, no, the 461 definitely a 76. And I still want to say don't quote me on that, but I'm positive that it's a 76cc. And see, okay, so 79cc for the 500i. I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't sure. All right, let's see if we can get this. Whoa, that was violent. I know most of you guys already know, as far as out of you watching, but anytime you go to take off your clutch, it is reverse thread. So lefty tighty, righty loosey. Yeah, the clutch was definitely getting hot. Probably caught a little moisture in there too, but it's all good. Wow. Yeah, this saw is going to be great. Oh, man. This saw is almost not completely like new, but I just base it off of, well, cosmetics, like appearance, plastic color, or the color of the plastics and everything. But I also judge it off of how dirty it is, like how grimy it is and how, but I mean, obviously it's got some grime on it, but this is where you really usually know too, inside where the oil pump is. And it is not horrible at all. At all. So, and especially inside the carburetor box too. It's almost spotless. And also too, on the flywheel side, especially behind the flywheel, inside all these little grooves and whatnot. But no, this is, man, I am so excited now. Right on. So from here, I'm just kind of, I mean, it's got a little bit of play. I mean, this clutch definitely got hot. I don't know if you guys can tell. You can see it right here where the little holes are for the springs on the clutch shoes. There is bluing and whatnot. So I'm just guessing that, the springs did get affected a little bit, but I don't know. It doesn't feel horrible. And really the only real way to tell as far as the springs, I mean, obviously if it's sitting here just like just a lot of play and just then they're not good, or visually they're super toast. But really the only other way to know is to put the bar on and run the saw with the bar and chain on. But this is okay. This is okay. I am okay with that. What I'm not okay with is how toasty that cylinder got. But it's all right. Mad Max is in good hands now. I'm just kidding. Okay. let's pull the carburetor and check out the metering diaphragm, and that's really all I wanted to check out for right now. And then eventually I'll take the inner dog out or off, and the handle off and everything for cleaning, and also get that handle out of the way too, because the full wraps are a little bit more like to put the saw down. It's just, plus just take the handle off. It's a lot easier. It'll make your life easier. That is not a T27. I think it's like a T25 or T20, T25, T20. And this is actually the first time I'm noticing, because I thought the size was only on the handle, and obviously it's far gone. And I'm like, man, what? Like, you would think it would have like a little stamp somewhere, and it does. I never knew that. Right here, T20. I just right now found it. I get excited over little things, man. I guess that's a good thing though, right? Because then you have a 30-second project into a whole hour project. Liam better chill. But it's true though. I mean, he ain't lying. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be quick, and then we're here for an hour. But I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not trying to rush, you know, either. I just want to make sure that I get myself ready and everything. But I do need to get my head in the game, because it's like, it's here, but it's also not. It's here, I promise. I promise. The inside of the handle isn't too horrible. The molding is fine. Let's go ahead and get this carburetor off. Ooh. Had some pressure in there. All right. Which is a good thing. You want that. I can hear Liam already. Where's your safety glasses? I know. I'm telling myself the same thing. They're still inside. Get this little... Liam says, I'm just going to start playing elevator music. Okay. Now you got it. Now we need to settle down, people. Boom. It's kind of janky. It's all smashed. All right. Not too bad. Not horrible. Looking good. Nothing like some fresh ethanol-free fuel. So this is a Walbro. Most 046s, 460s, and 461s have a Walbro. And it looks like... This is also maybe why also the cylinder started getting toasty, because somebody has removed one of the limiter caps. Is that on the high or low? I'm guessing the high, because they wanted more juice out of it. Yep, that's the high. So there's probably just a good chance that they leaned it out too much. But they took the limiter caps off, which is cool. It's a good start. These are the actual easier ones to take off. They're like the Echo ones that are on their 2511s, and they're actually quite simple to take out. I've showed how to do it, but basically you just put a little screw in there. You got to make sure that you align. handy dandy trusty 45-degree angle. So there's like a little notch, a little groove. You want to make sure that it's sitting in there. I'll show you guys. We're getting then the elevator music's really gonna start playing. I can actually already hear it. So okay, so that could also okay. Not to say that they weren't, beating on this saw, but you know, sometimes, obviously everybody's on a different like knowledge level, but a lot of people think, oh, just turn that shit in, man. The more you turn it in, the higher it'll rip, or the harder it'll rip. And yes, but no. But they could have just maybe leaned it out a little too much on top of beating on the saw, or maybe they just turned it in a little bit and then beat on the saw, or just dull chains, everything. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and wipe it down just a little bit. I like these Walbro carburetors because this little scoop right here, it looks like a drag car, like the huge, like 2,000 horsepower. What are those, like Pro Mod, or no, Pro, like the ones that they race in the NHRA. That's what it looks like. So I just want to see how, just the condition of the metering diaphragm. I have no reason to suspect that it's bad because the saw runs great. But I just want to look at it. God, let me be happy, guys. Shit. JK. RPM Nitro says lick the saw. So I'll get another phone call. I apologize. But like I was saying, even though you know something is okay, good, because it's the saw's running good or whatever, it's always good to check, take a look at things, because we do have some debris particles in the carburetor, and so that's not good. A little wipe down. Either way, this carb will get cleaned out. We'll also check the screen, just because that screen, I mean, you guys already know, it's tiny little holes, so any little particle will definitely start clogging it up. I like these carburetors, man. They're chunky. Okay. All right. Waking up now. And definitely needs a gas filter for show. So that'll also help prevent this kind of stuff from happening. So it is making its little noise that I always kind of say, okay, it's pretty stiff, but I'm gonna just keep running it like that. Honestly, I am, because the saw still runs great, fires up, idles fine, but it definitely needs a like Dolo says, definitely needs a new fuel filter, and then a good little cleaning. But this is on its way out, but it still has life. But usually when I hear that, if this was a customer saw, I would say let's go ahead and replace it, just because it'll save them downtime or time later to have to come back, and or they keep running it like that and leaving. It's just to prevent any more inconvenience for the customer. But being that this is my saw, it runs fine. I mean, obviously that's not what I would want it to be like, but it's okay. We're just gonna get whatever life it has left. And then we got to check the needle valve, thanks to the assist by RPM. I was like, I don't know what the hell you call this thing, man. The little thingy right here. He's like, bro, needle valve. Oh, yeah. Basically, all you're looking for, because it has a little spring, and you just want it to, when you push it down, you just want it to spring back up. Because if it doesn't do that, well, you got a bad needle valve, man. And actually, we can just go ahead and clean this right now. Just save that step. He's turning into me. Oh, boy. Needle rocker. Needle valve, needle rocker. I mean, there's probably different components to it. So, yeah, probably. I don't know, guys, okay? Don't throw so much terminology at me. I can only handle my brain. Ooh. Ooh. Got some juicy findings here, guys. Overhead cam. Holy smokes. I don't even know how this saw's still running. I don't know why I keep sniffing it. Like, bro, you've already sniffed it like 100 times. Like, let me be happy, damn it. Dirty in here. Wow. Look at the screen. How this isn't causing issues, I have no idea. But look at that. Completely clogged. Just new fuel filter coming right up. I actually have, hey, I actually have one left. Look at that. Boom. It's meant to be. Wow, that's the worst one I've seen. Honestly, this is the worst one I've seen to date. Oh, where's that pick tool again? Sheesh. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That is nice. Let me go hit this with the air compressor real quick. Let me take this little... I don't want to tear it. And I want to keep everything intact. Okay, you know what? We're going to just leave it. Oh boy. So I got the little part that I really needed to get off. No, that can't cause problems. That's fine. Unless you hear songs on radio you don't have, it all good. Should I put that on Instagram? You could have got 3 million likes. Oh boy. You know what? Liam better just chill out. Let's just try to get this thing off, man, because I don't actually want to spray it all down. Yes, success. All right. Let's get the saw out of the way real quick. And let's really get the likes going. Start huffing some gum out. Don't do that. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff here. Liam says eat it. Sir, you eat it. RPM Nitro says, what's your temps today? Not sure. I think like maybe in the 60s today. Because it doesn't feel like 50. Maybe low 60s. Not sure. Hey, we got Nukes in the house. Nukes, happy Saturday. Welcome back. We're all happy to have you here. Glad you can make it to another live. Hope your week's been well, been good, and that you're off to a good weekend. Cool beans. I think that'll be good. Sweet. Oh yeah, we're getting crazy over here with the carb cleaner today. Woo! Floral. little floral with a little fruity. Nukes in the house. Dropping bombs, dropping nukes. All right, let's settle down. I feel like this is a pretty mellow live stream today, huh, guys? But like I said on yesterday, I mean, it's the weekend. People are out doing stuff. But you guys are here. And that's all that matters, man. The real ones. The real ones. Let me spray a little more into the nip. RPM says drop it like it's hot. We ain't dropping nothing over here right now. That's only after. That's only preferred Sawworks after dark. Whoa! Settle down, people. Double O's asking, is it an 18-inch bar behind you? This one right here is a 28, I believe. Excuse me, 25. And then I have a brand new 20-inch light bar still left out of two that I had. The one that I just sold was for Victor's 261. It went from a 325 pitch to a 3/8. And then I have a couple of 12-inch bars, steel bars, the Rollomatic E-minis, and then a 16-inch light bar, the new ones. I don't really like those. Well, actually, I don't really like. I mean, I don't like those, but it's all good. And then I have a 12-inch Echo bar left. And then now I have a 32-inch bar that came on Mad Max, and then a 36-inch bar that came with Big Bertha. All right, let's get this thing put back together. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, shaka, laka, boom. Dang, I like these Walbro carburetors. It's not like the Zamas where it's just like, you guys saw me yesterday. Like, that shit was... Take that little plastic piece. I don't know what it's called, but little, like, gasket. They just doesn't want to stay. But these are cool, man. These are cool. I do like Walbro, though. Walbro makes really good stuff. You know, this might be a little, you live on Earth. Flimsy? Right. They're flimsy, man. Like the Zamas, that little, the screen side of it, that little thin, it's just flimsy, man. It just does not want to, it just never wants to stay. It always makes me look good. And, Double O asks, are you using OEM carb kits or Chinese ones? Excuse me? Ugh. I am appalled that you even ask. No, I'm just kidding. No, man. OEM. Come on now. But they're just flimsy as hell. I don't know. They are. You know what? Honestly, TMI here, but dude, my stomach has been freaking just active today. Like it just, I don't know what's going on. And that's all I'm saying. But I'm just like, it's like starting up again. Like someone get Big Boy the fucking, or excuse me, the freaking Pepto, man. Liam says, don't let him fool you. He's using Chinese. All right. Fine. Liam's right. Chinese or bust, man. We only want that Chinesium. Clean carburetor. Right on. There we are. Walbro carburetor done. And clean. What is this? A 21-477. That means something, but I don't know. I just know it's a Walbro. And they're good carburetors. But at least now we don't have to worry about the carburetor, and good thing we checked it, because, man, that thing was horrible. Bada boom, bada bing. All we're missing is this. Now we are ready to rip. I'm gonna rip the toilet later, that's all I know. Okay, I'm done. I'm not saying anything else. I had the shits for 3 days. Dude, that was me earlier this week, actually. No. Yeah, like, I had a lot of junk on Valentine's Day weekend. It's just, we did nothing but just go out and eat, and which is good because we don't really do that. We'll go, I mean, we always, it never fails. We always hit In and Out when my girl and I hang out, because that's like, we all love In and Out, you know. And, but usually though, I mean, I do a lot of home cooked food here. And then when I go stay with her for the weekend, we do a lot of home cooking, dinner, breakfast. That's part of our Sunday routine. Is we'll wake up, make some coffee, and then we'll just kind of sit around, drink coffee for a little bit, wake up, and then I cook breakfast for all of us. So for her and her sister, and because they live together, and yeah, we eat dinner, and it's just. But this last weekend, we were just like on full blown treat mode, and yeah, it's just. So I think it all caught up. Ass blaster. Dude, there's gonna be some takeoff later. That's all I can say. Oh my gosh. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much let's go ahead and get the handle off at least for now. That's gonna get taken off. I don't think I'm gonna split this. Meaning like split the tank housing from the crankcase. I'm gonna just leave it as is, because I can still get to everything else. So yeah. Ass blaster. Maybe that's what we should call the 461. Ass blaster. And we got Red Dad Moody in the house. Yo, and he came in to me saying, yeah, ass blaster. And he's probably like, what's going on around these live streams? Sir. Big boy stomach over here is it's active today. I don't know what's going on. That's just. That's so funny. But Rad Dad, I appreciate you coming in for a little bit and saying hello. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Rad Dad is like, sure, bud. Sure. And there's our full wrap. And the reason I take off the handles usually, it just makes life easier when you're handling the saw, and especially the full wraps. When you're putting a saw down, it's just kind of, it just makes life easier. Just get it out of the way. Get it out. Get it out. Let's go ahead and take out this worm gear too, since we're here. Looks nice. This saw is going to clean up super good. Liam says, you should change your name channel to that. Okay. Now Liam has to settle down. Now we got to settle down around here. Rad Dad Moody says, just trying some Post Malone Oreos. What? Post Malone Oreos? I don't mean it to sound like what's so special about them, but like what the hell are Post Malone Oreos? Like, I'm guessing just like a special flavor of some kind, or color. I do like me a good Oreo though, especially the vanilla ones, the yellow ones. Those are dangerous, danger zone. We got BH Simple Life in the house is asking chainsaw repair. So most already know, but this 461R, the R just means that it has the full wrap handle that I just finished taking off. So this is my personal 461. I just bought it earlier this week. And so right now I was just doing a little inspection of some stuff like the clutch, checking out the carburetor on the inside, which good thing I did, because the little screen was just totally caked up with or clogged with fine dust, and then the metering diaphragm had a little bit of debris particles building up. Definitely needs a new air filter, or excuse me, fuel filter. So I just finished cleaning up the carburetor just to get that out of the way, and then the cylinder sleeve is all good to go. The saw runs great, as healthy as a 461 can run and sound and everything. And so, but I just want to check a couple little things. Which, now that we're talking about it, anytime you guys go out and buy a saw, I know some already know this, but you know, if you're gonna go out and look at a saw, you know, say on Marketplace or whatever, take some tools with you, man. Don't be afraid to be like, hey, well, let me check it out. Like, just start opening it up. I mean, at least look inside your cylinder sleeve and just see what it looks like. You know, and if they get all mad and be like, "Whoa, don't take it apart," well, I'd be like, well, if I can't look at it, I ain't buying it. Even if it starts, that doesn't mean anything. Even if you do a hanging, like a pull cord test, you know, the hang test, that doesn't mean nothing. It just means that you may or may not have some compression, but that is not going to tell you the condition of your cylinder or piston. So that's the first thing that I did when he came and brought it to me and checked it out. And so I already know the condition of that, but so I just wanted to check, like I said, the clutch, the carburetor, and just take a look at it. And then the main thing today was just to start, excuse me, tearing it down a little bit for cleaning on Monday. So just to save a step on Monday so I can come back from the weekend, going out of town in a little bit, and then clean up the saw, because it's a really nice 461. Obviously it's a little dirty, but I mean, inside the pump, oil pump, it's nice. I mean, it's got some grime, but carburetor box is clean. Even inside the handle molding, it looks good. Or the handle, whatever you want to call that, handle molding. Well, this is technically the molding. Anyways, inside the handle, it's nice. So it's going to clean up really well, really well. The plastics are in good condition, just a little dirty. Some cosmetics, little scratches and whatnot, but that's totally fine. That's all fixable, replaced, you know. So that's all we're doing today. That's all I'm doing right now. And I think I was gonna go ahead and separate the tank housing from the crankcase, but that's not really necessary because I can still clean it up. So I can still get in through here on this side and in through the middle here. And then I can still get to the bottom of it in here. Just wipe it down inside and whatnot. But we'll see though. I don't know, that could change. Just depends on how OCD I want to get into this. But so that's all we're doing though. BH. And I don't know if I said it or not, but happy Saturday to you, BH, and hope you're doing well and having a good weekend. Radad says, swirled salted caramel shortbread, and I gotta admit, dude is onto something here. Oh, okay. Caramel shortbread. You know, actually, I can't be mad at that because that sounds actually pretty good. I thought for some reason I took shortbread for gingerbread. I was like, gingerbread with salted caramel, like, but that actually sounds pretty dang good. Actually, it really does. Here, hand me one real quick. Let me try it. Are they more expensive than normal Oreos? I know everything is expensive now, but that actually does sound good, though. Sounds good. And I already ate lunch, guys, so I'm not hungry yet. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much what we got going on right now. That's where it's going to sit. I'm going to take the dog off. So for now, I'm just going to leave it on. You know what? Now let's just get rid of it now. We're already here. We're already here. Clean off the screw, the head of that screw, so it doesn't strip out. Especially this one. This one's all packed up with junk. And again, these are the Pro Safety dogs, which I really like. I'm going to keep them. And, you know, I do like West Coast products. You guys already know. But I really like these dogs. I'm going to, now that I've actually seen them in person, because I thought Pro Safety only made the 5-point dogs, which those I do not care for. They might work really well, and that's all that matters, but I don't like the look of them. But these 4-point dogs, I didn't know they made 4-point. I really like these, especially the outer dog, because it has a couple little holes cut out. It just looks cool. It just looks cool, man. And I always do like taking the dogs off just because, at least with the West Coast, man, I've caught myself many times with those, and it does not feel nice. And it's just better for handling when you're cleaning and all that jazz. Yeah, these are sweet. Pro Safety. And so, Liam, now that we're here, you were asking me what dogs that you should get for your 450. What the hell? And I would just, I would maybe just go. I looked to see if they had if Pro Safety had any for the 450, and I didn't catch any, or maybe they just have the 5-point dogs. But I mean, I would just go with the West Coast at that point, or I don't know, maybe some other aftermarket. But if you like those dogs, I mean, if they work good, then they work good. That's kind of really all that you want is functionality, and because the West Coast ones, they're nice. I do feel like they have a couple of little weak points, especially for 500s. I've seen them cause problems, like snap the crankcase where it mounts up, and then bend where it mounts up to the clutch cover. They're very aggressive. They look nice. They're cool. They're 3-point. But the only other kind of downside to the West Coast, in my opinion, is that, you know, they really do kind of take away. Well, they do take away from the bar, you know, as far as the length of it, you know. So I think it's like, what, I would say a good like 2-3 inches. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. But they're great. But it's just, they do have some, in my mind, they have some cons. Like these ones, they're kind of on the bigger side, but I mean it's going to take a little bit away from the bar size, from the bar length, but not like the West Coast dogs. I mean, so here's the ones from Big Bertha, my 461. I mean, they look cool. They're nice. But I just feel like this is a weak point here. Sometimes I've seen, some guys go harder than others, right? Um, Sometimes like the points, they're just so long that sometimes I just feel like they could bend. I don't know. But the other thing is the length. So these really do look kind of, I mean, they're oversized. These look more standard, more just like I don't know, they look better in my opinion too. And I do like the 4-point design myself. But I'm not completely knocking on Gordy's because I do like them. I sell a lot of them, and I like putting them on my saws too. But now that I've seen these, I like these a little more. But then I'm kind of OCD. Um, if I'm gonna run Gordy's clutch cover, I kind of want to run the whole West Coast setup. But again, it's all about performance, functionality, and yeah, preference at the end of the day. But these would look freaking sweet on Gordy's clutch cover if they even fit on there. They should. Um, and I really like the outer dog. I'll show you guys in a second here. Let me just put some stuff away. Just so that way when I come back from the weekend, I'm already going to have a whole bunch of parts laying around. I don't want to, just want a nice little clean or an organized mess when I come back. That's what I should say. Rather than just a mess. This one I'm going to have to put away after in a second. Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, yeah, you don't want to go, I mean, I don't know. It all depends on what the person likes. I mean, you can do whatever you'd like. But I think functionality really has to be a factor. Of course, right? Um, right, I think so. Double O saying, right? I think if you have a friend with metal laser cutting machine, you can make your own ones too. That'd be pretty freaking sweet too, for sure. Oh, RPM says time for some White Castle. Alrighty, my friend, enjoy. Fun fact: I've never been to a White Castle. I've never even had a White Castle slider burger. So, but enjoy. Have a good weekend, and we'll definitely, hopefully, catch you on the next one. And I appreciate all the love and support on the page, just like everybody else. I appreciate you guys. Let me show you that. Let me show you the outer dog, and then I'm also gonna start getting ready to head out because there's a couple little things that I want to do. So you guys already know I got to take a picture of everything and video. So I'm gonna put all these parts back up here and just do the normal thing. But let me show you those dogs. Okay, what about now? Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call and my lady is on her way, so I gotta get moving here. So Liam was asking, why does it have holes? And I was like, dude, obviously for horsepower and aerodynamics, each of these holes provides quarter of a horsepower more. Come on, man. At least a quarter horsepower more for each hole. I really don't know, though. Honestly, I don't. I just think it's cool. Maybe they thought it was cool, too. And it is cool. I don't know. Or maybe it's not cool. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I like the outer dog. Badass. Okay. Alrighty, y'all's. That's it for now. Hopefully this live stream wasn't too painful. I just feel like the last couple live streams, man, they were just, I don't know, a lot going on, I guess. But since all the craziness went down, everything's been good. You know, I mean, that's up to us to keep things on a good positive note, and but everything's been good. But yeah, and I do feel bad sometimes when when our live streams are not our typical flow, and just because I really do appreciate your guys' time, and you know and well, we don't want to have bad live streams, that's for sure. So anyhow, but I appreciate everybody being here. Today was a mellow one, but like I said, all the real ones showed up, and I appreciate you guys. I'll be back in the shop on Monday. I'm not sure what time, but the usual. I say 10 o'clock, so it's probably going to be midnight. Uh, but yeah, we'll be back on Monday. I'm gonna take a video here, and so I think I have a couple more videos to post and things. I have a lot of pictures to post and a lot of things. So anyways, but much love to you guys, and hope you guys have a good, safe weekend out there. Eat something good. Spend time with your family if that's what you do. Definitely stay out of trouble. And I guess I'm talking to myself at that point. No, but for real, just be cool out there, and we'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. And Liam, I know I'll be talking to Liam more because he's on Instagram, and so but yeah. But anyways, much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here, and if all goes well, we'll be back on Monday, and we'll get to some cleaning. So peace. Liam said, it says, and I'll probably be the first ones to like him. The man. Appreciate you. Laters. Oh, yes, probably. All right, guys. Lates.